Hello everyone, this is Ruby. Today I'll show you how to make this beautiful crochet bee. I'll explain everything step by step in a very simple way. Even if you are a beginner of crocheting, don't worry, you can make this bee easily. So let's get started. First, I am using 3mm crochet hook. You can see that with soft wool yarn, and you can also use 3-ply or 4-ply yarn for this project depending on what you have. I am using 3mm crochet hook with 3-ply soft yarn. To start, I'll make a magic ring, and inside the magic ring I'll make 6 single stitch. 1, and I am adding a marker on the first single stitch, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It's done. Now after making 6 single stitch, I'll pull the yarn tail to close the magic circle. Just notice carefully. Normally I would make a slip stitch here, but I won't make a slip stitch here. Instead, I'll make a single stitch in the marked stitch for the second round. Already second round started. Now the first single stitch, I will add a marker, stitch marker. This is help to hide the joining line of the head of the bee. You do not see any noticeable line of the slip stitch. After making the single stitch, I'll make 2 single stitch in each stitches. You can see that total I have got total 12 single stitch here. This is round 2. So you can see that I have reached the place of stitch marker, then I am opening it, and in the place of the stitch marker I will make a single stitch, not slip stitch. Okay, I don't make slip stitch, I just make a single stitch and add a marker quickly for the next round. So I'll make the next stitch 2 single stitch, and then 1 single stitch, then 2 single stitch, 1 2 1 2 here. I'll repeat this pattern around, and at the end of the round 3 I'll have a total of 18 single stitch. Okay. As you can see that I have reached the stitch marker and I have got 18 single stitch here, and I won't make a slip stitch on the stitch marker, just I am making a single stitch here, and I am adding stitch marker in that single stitch, and on the next I will make a single stitch, and then I'll make 2 single stitch, 1 and 2, and then again 1 single stitch, 1 single stitch, and then 2 single stitch. Then I'll repeat the same pattern around. At the end of the round 4 I'll get 24 single stitch, and and it's done. So you can see that I am adding the stitch marker on the first single stitch, then make one single stitch and one single stitch, and then I'll make three single stitch, then make two single stitch. Here I'll make one and two, one single stitch, and the next one single stitch, and the next one single stitch, and then I'll make two single stitch. I'll repeat this pattern. At the end of round 5 I have got 30 single stitch total. I have reached the end of the round, so I'll start round 6 and add the stitch marker. I'll make one single stitch and move the marker, and then I'll make one single stitch in each stitches. Okay, so round 6 I will have total 30 single stitch again. You can see that it's done, and on the stitch marker space I'll make a single stitch. I'll make 3 more round on 30 single stitch, round 7, round 8, round 9. I have made 30 single stitch, 30 single stitch, 30 single stitch. You can see that each of this round I have done with 30 single stitch. I'm just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 rounds. My rounds are done. I'll move round 10 with a single stitch on the stitch marker place, and now I'm adding stitch marker again. One single stitch, and then two single stitch, and then three single stitch. And next I'll make one decrease over the next two stitch. You can see that I'm just showing to you. In the front loop, third stitch, I am just press with my finger, and now on the front loop, on the next stitch, front loop, and pull up the two loop and pull up the two loop. And now on the next stitch I'll make one single stitch, and then one single stitch, and then one single stitch, and now I'll make one more decrease with two stitch. I am just press the third stitch, the front loop, and now pull up the two loop, pull up the two loop, and then I'm just making three single stitch again and one decrease. I'll repeat this pattern around the round. At the end of round 10 I'll have 24 single stitch. Okay, now I'll start round 11 with a single stitch on the stitch marker space, and now I'm adding a stitch marker, and on the next stitch I'll make one single stitch. Then I'll make a decrease with two stitch. You can see that the front loop, and pull up the two loops and pull up the two loops. And now on the next stitch I'll make one single stitch and then one single stitch, and then I'll make a decrease with two single stitch. Okay, in that way I'll repeat this pattern around. At the end of the round 11 I'll have 18 single stitch total. Okay, now I'll start round 12 with a single stitch, and I'm adding a marker, and in the next 2 stitch I will make a decrease. Okay, you can see that decrease is done, and now on the next stitch I'll make 1 single stitch, and then in the next 2 stitch I'll make a decrease, a 1 single stitch, 1 single stitch, 1 decrease, 1 single stitch, 1 single. I will repeat this pattern around. At the end of the round 12 I have got total 12 single stitch here. Okay, now as you can see that now I have 12 single stitch here. Now I'll add some synthetic fiber fill inside the piece. Make sure to stuff it evenly without overfilling. You can see that I'm just stuffing inside it with synthetic fiber fill. It's done. After stuffing, I'll start round number 13. For this round, I'll make a decrease over every 2 stitch. All the stitch I will do decrease. 1 decrease and add the stitch marker for the beginner. And now 1 more decrease. Total I have done 6 decrease here. Okay. Once the decreases are complete, I'll cut the yarn leaving a slightly long tail. You can see that. And then I'm just using a yarn needle. I'm just making the shape. You can see that there is no slip stitch marker. I'll stitch around the edge of the opening. Then I'll gently pull the yarn to close the hole. You can see that's very easy. I'm just showing to you how you can do that. And now I'm just pulling the yarn tail and hiding the extra yarn. And now I'm just cut the yarn. You can see that. And the bee head is now complete. As you can see that the joining line is nothing to see, and the head has nice and clean finish. You can see that. In the next part I'll show how to make the bee's body and the other parts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you part 2.